Hello, it's Richard Elliott with Wall Cloud Records. Please click the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of different kinds of videos, mostly music, drag racing, some goofy stuff, model building. But this one's going to be about this guitar. Recently, I came across this guitar on eBay. And it's an inexpensive guitar that you would call it a cheap guitar. It's right around $100 plus shipping, and I just thought, you know what, I'm so curious, I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna get one and see. So excuse me, I got this one and it's gold. Not sure if you can tell, but it's actually a really nice guitar for the cost. This would be a great beginner guitar. I intonated it and it sounds good for a professional musician. Maybe not so much, but that depends. Because if you want to have some fun, which I'm going to try to do, you could try doing some modifications. And yeah, in the end, maybe you're going to spend too much money, to do that, but it could be fun. So one thing, maybe the pickups wouldn't be quite hot enough for somebody. For me, I'm getting some pretty decent tones out of it, just stock, intonated, just like it is. The neck's not terrible. The nut, could use some work, a little bit of filing on a couple of the higher strings, because that first fret, they're just slightly out, not terrible, but it intonated nice. On this particular guitar, there is one fret that's a little dead on one note when you bend the note up by the 12th fret on the B string. So, but no big deal. That can be taken care of. But what I am going to do, actually, I got this and I had an idea. You can see right here, there's a slight little flaw in the body where they did the shaping. And like I said, for the cost, I mean, I sort of expected things like that. But really, I'm pretty impressed with it for the cost. But here's what I'm going to do. So I bought a non-routed pick guard. And I had also purchased this. It's a Eddie Van Halen replica pickup. From the Bumblebee guitar off of Van Halen 2. I've read a lot of things about it. I'm not sure that he really used that pickup during the recording. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. It's very cool. I got it because as a teenager, I was just absolutely in awe over what kind of pickup is that. And you'd have to do your own research on the Eddie Van Halen Bumblebee pickup from Van Halen 2. But this replica is made by Jalen Guitar. He makes all kinds of cool pickups. So I am going to turn this basically $100 guitar into my version of a Eddie replica, just as a tribute, just a personal thing for me, because he was very influential when I was a young man. And I'm probably going to do the black lines on it, but I'm going to keep the gold. And so, I'll update you. I'll show you some things. Maybe I'll show you how I'm going to make this, put the screw holes in it correctly, or at least try to. So yeah, I might have to do a few video updates of it, but just thought I would give you a heads up and do this starting video for this. All right. I removed the input jack, unsoldered it, and then that way I can remove my whole pick guard plate altogether. The ground's in there still, so I have to take off the bridge, but yeah, that way I can take off the whole plate. So I was able to unsolder the ground wire from the tremolo, and yeah, interesting. It's interesting that it's been, factory for the two humbuckers and the middle single coil. That makes sense, for production stuff. But I am going to probably have to do some routing because I'm going to put the humbucker in at an angle. Yeah, there you go. Here's a look at the electronics if you're interested. And you know, like I said, this is an inexpensive guitar. That it is what it is, right? But for a beginner, man, I would have done anything to have a nice guitar at 11 and a half years old, like this one, for sure. Anyway, so now I've completely removed all of the electronics from the pick guard, because I'm actually going to use the old pick guard as a template for, you know, the screw holes and stuff like that. And you can see I'm gonna match it up, I think, like at the bridge and the horn. Get in there a little bit. You can see I have to do some routing in there. It's not exact, but I will say this, it's really close. And this is a unrouted plate, obviously, but I got that plate from a place called the Stratosphere. The Stratosphere. So, you know, I don't know. It might fit a Strat like perfectly. I have no clue. But this guitar, I'm gonna just take a guess that the guitar I have was probably made in China. So yeah, it's close, but I'm gonna work on it and do some routing. So just for fun, as I'm working on this guitar, I bought some inexpensive string tree rollers. I just thought, hey, you know what, let's see, for fun, right? One thing I can say, and I knew this would be the case probably, right? I knew they, for the price, I knew they weren't going to be special, but they are not individual. It's one piece. So I guess I kind of hoped that they would be individually mounted so that the movement of each string would have its own path, so to speak. So what will happen now, obviously, is if this string does something to make it roll, it's going to roll with the other string. But you know what? It's okay. I mean, just the regular string trees on this copy, and I'm going to go a little bit overboard on some things, and I'm going to experiment. I just decided to modify this guitar and see what I can do with it. I got this really nice Fender LSR roller nut, and I'll have to work on that to make it fit. But you know, it's just a crazy thought. I mean, I haven't even hooked up the whammy bar to this, or to the other one over there. That one stays in tune really well, but I haven't whacked on that whammy bar at all, because I just kind of have the gut feeling. I've never had a standard Strat style whammy bar stay in tune, other than finagling things to try to make it work. But I'm going to try a bunch of stuff. I'm going to make it float and just do everything I can. I'm amazed, like watching Jeff Beck videos. I know nothing about what he does with this guitar, but I'm just amazed watching him play the Strat and whack on, just hammering on that whammy bar, and he's in tune. crazy. Anyway, okay. Just thought I'd give you a little quick update about these rollers. Might be kind of fun. We'll see. I just thought I would show you this so you can see the original tree for the front back there. Both of the roller trees are the same size. But the old trees, you can see that one right there. Oh great, my screwdriver is magnetic. Great. I guess that helps sometimes. But that height is different than this one back here. This one is shorter, so you can see the obvious big difference between the two of these. So, you know, we'll see. I have an idea that I don't know that it would matter, but I may turn this tree around the other way, which might look kind of goofy, but I don't really care what it looks like, I guess. I'm just experimenting. I thought it would be fun. Anyhow, yeah, just thought I'd show you that in case, you know, you go to do this. I really wish, and there's probably somebody out there that makes really good ones, but I think some of the problems I'm going to run into is this is not a real Fender Stratocaster, so some of this stuff is going to be different manufacturing wise. It may not fit or work the same way. But overall, for the money, for the guitar, it's pretty cool, and I'm kind of excited about plugging this in. I think it's gonna sound cool.